All right, you guys are on the air.
All right. So hashtagging, I'm talking about it with the other admin group, and there's some things that we wanted to cover just to make sure everybody's like clear on our policy. So there is a hashtag guidelines document that everybody is working really hard on, including the community, because as you guys make suggestions or point things out, we do try to adjust them and get them ready. One of the things I want you guys to think about is dates. Dates are firm. You can't hashtag videos, old videos. Should we hashtag old videos, Marita?
No, absolutely not.
No. Last year's Christmas video does not belong in this current animal thing. Not at all. And should we hashtag every video we have?
No.
And what you're currently making for the dates. Now, you can pre-make a video, schedule an upload. We totally understand that. You can be in the middle of an upload and listen. If YouTube does something to you, just message us. We'll work that out on a case-by-case basis. We allow one video per day. Unless, and Richie, you want to explain the unless?
Unless you do a video that is combined. So if your video example, a great example is Secrets videos. When she does her videos, it's one content, but it stretches across, I think I've seen about 6 or 7, where it's one video and she has 7 different segments for that one video.
And we're trying, we're trying not to change who you intrinsically are as YouTubers. We're trying to allow us to all collaborate together and allow us to still be ourselves.
Right.
And we calling that the secret clause.
Can you?
The thing is, like, we've had some talks about the types of videos people make, and from the beginning, we've always been like, you got to make the video that you make, be the YouTuber you are. And we know that for some YouTube channels, like every Friday is vlog or art haul, and we understand that that's part of your art process or your creative reality. We do expect it to be obviously and completely on theme now, and we have some examples that Maricha came up with.
So we have, if the theme is animal and the event dates are January 1st, 1900, and you post a video January 2nd, 1900, and it's a Copic art haul. No, it's the wrong date and not on theme.
Yeah.
But if you post on January 1st, 1900, and it's an animal product art haul, say maybe you found zebra scissors or staples or cool paper, then yes, correct date and on theme.
Yeah, and that's what we're looking for, is just that it is part of your art process, it's part of your regular organic video process, and it's on theme.
Right.
Really trying, it's so tempting to be the art police, but where do you stop that? We're trying to create a nice bubble of guidelines, rules for the playground, but we're trying not to police the play.
Right, and we can't control what other people do, but as far as we're in the group, we can highly suggest to stay on this topic. Stay on these themes and events. People outside, we can't control, we can't do anything about.
No, and even YouTube says no. Why we're hashtagging is what I'd love to cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us why we're hashtagging.
We're hashtagging because it allows a lot of channels, regardless of size, to create together in a curated group and still be ourselves. It lets us all work together, no matter who we are, what we've got going on, in a way that the viewers can all understand, and we can create this great viewing stream. One of the things that came out of this experience is that a lot of our members, not just some, but a lot, actually would like an art category on YouTube.
Yes.
Which is wonderful, and we support that. We understand that that's now become part of the heart of our group. That's become a concern that we think about. But that's actually not why the hashtag was originally created. It was a way to let a lot of channels work together instead of just one-on-one channels.
Right.
And we have seen a lot of collaboration going on so far, so it's working.
Yeah, people are getting together. There's meetups. There's that cool meetup coming up in England. There's a lot of projects. I know I'm doing some collaborations I've never done. I'm doing an art exchange. And we've been talking about doing the big-eyed doll thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's getting YouTubers together to talk to each other. We're sharing our equipment, we're sharing our experiences, we're sharing our knowledge, and what it is to do this.
And if you have friends or other YouTubers you think would be interested in it, please, by all means, have them join us. We'd love to have them.
Now, I know, Maricha, you've been going through the list of people, so you're really in that on how we go through the approval process.
And when we get a member request, we have to, well, we don't have to, but we check out to see if they have a obvious, valid Facebook page, because we have some that are just trying to get in the group. We send them a welcome message, and we wait for them to reply. And most of the times they miss it because it goes to their other box, and we don't have a way to tell them to check their other box. So after 24 to 48 hours, then we send out another email or message to them saying, did they miss it? They have 24 hours. And then if they don't respond, we hit ignore. And the thing is, the message still stays in my inbox, so if they ever get around to it, they end up responding to it. I had someone do that where I ignored her a few weeks ago, and she said, I just found my other boxes, and this is in here. So I told her to invite herself again, and then I would approve her. But we'll just ignore those requests until they come back.
So we had an interesting conversation recently about bakers and makeup channels, which has been, and we really thought about that in the admin group. And what we have decided is that a channel that is clearly art, like they just happen to work in sugar, for sure, that would be amazing. Like they work in sugar and that's just their medium. And it's obviously art, and they're obviously artists that work in that medium. We would be inclined on a cake-by-cake basis to consider it.
Right.
But not every cupcake would get in.
So if you were to think of it as you're going in to search for someone who does sugar art, what would be the theme you picked if YouTube had it, or category? Would it be baking or would it be art? What would you pick if you wanted to see a cake decorator?
I think most people would first search for food in that category.
Yeah. But if to find that particular channel, they would also probably add art, then we would consider them to be part of what we're doing.
Right.
Right.
You know.
So if they're doing food and art, then maybe it is. But if it's mostly food, then it would, like makeup. What if they do 1 or 2 videos on costume, but the rest is all Maybelline,
If they specialize in special effects makeup or fantasy art makeup, not MAC lipstick reviews, then we would probably consider that.
Right.
So, well, I just wanted to point out how there's a lot of conversation going on so that we're covering all our bases.
We think about these things like when you guys are wondering, it's something because we're affected by the decisions that we we're affected by the decisions that check your cameras. We're affected by the decisions that we make too, like pushing our bangs up off our foreheads with no makeup,
with no hats on.
And the time zone things, the reason, we're not getting crazy about the time zones is because we understand for hashtag wave, in your time zone works. The hashtag wave still works for us as a community. Some of us need sleep. And so, like Maricha and Bernadette and Secret and are in here like all the time. Claire's in here all the time. I'm in here all the time. Clyde is in a lot, but actually he's been injured recently and had a lot of stuff going on. He hasn't been in as much. But he is there, and he's helping us with technical stuff, like getting our YouTube channel going. That's why he's in here, and he wants to help other channels, grow their channel. It's like a real passion interest for him. And Chuck is in here to help us with art when we need graphics and stuff, until our members, get all theirs as they are already, giving us graphics.
Right.
Oh my God. Gazi was up when we were all asleep and here to answer questions and to say hello and to be kind and considerate and help new members coming in, no matter the hours that they're coming in.
Yes, we're very appreciative.
And she's going to be sharing Summer in the City with us, which we wouldn't know anything about unless, our members go and share with us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing. If you have an event in your town that you want to post, you can post it under the events in the group. Feel free to do so. Change that by going under your preferences.
Okay.
Change that you want to turn off.
Shall we go ahead and take a look at your screen, Maricha, and you can give us a little demo on some things they can look for on the Facebook page?
You mean, okay.
I set the camera now. We're looking at Maricha's Facebook screen. She's going to walk through some different tips and techniques that you can look at.
So when you come to the group page, we started, there's a document I started that's pinned right now, and it's called August 2015 News and Events. If you read this, I've been trying to update it with what's going on the dates. So an event was created called Artsy Crafty Meetup in London for these dates. So then it will take you to the events page. So you can, click on it and go to that link, and you can see the details once it pulls up. And you can see the details about that event and approve if you're going or not. This is for the people that don't, during the day there might be a lot of activity on the page, or people don't come in at night. At least they know what's going on. On August 2nd, a theme and date was selected and how to get to those event dates. So it's just put together anything big, like event dates, hashtag, whatever happens, and then there'll be one created for September. But this pinned post might change, and if you can't find it, there's the tabs up here: members, events, photos, and files. So if you go to files, you'll find all the documents here. The ones numbered are the admin documents. When you get welcome to the group, you can read them in order. So if you have, I don't know how to say, you got the code of conduct, which everyone should read. But once you get to a document, you can open it up. So if we have the hashtag events frequent asked questions, and you read this document, of course, we're going to try to have it go to the code of conduct. And then if you have any questions underneath, you can always add comments underneath the documents.
Oh, and here's an interesting point. I think this is important. Admins have a code of conduct.
Yes, we do.
We have a set of guidelines that we follow that are posted in our little admin space to make sure that everybody's experience with us is pleasant, as well.
Right, and then we don't get out of control.
We can get all sleepy and caffeined up. Like, what's going on?
But there's anytime you want to know when an event is, you go under events, and you should see the upcoming ones. Anytime you don't know how to get to the events tab, and you're on the page, right below where it says members, if you scroll down, it says upcoming group events. See all. You can click on there, and that will bring you to the events.
And I would like to say that the admin team worked really hard to create all this. Pretty much lead Maricha, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I did get a lot of feedback on the notifications, and the problem was we'll probably every month create at least 3, which would be the polling of the hashtag theme, then the actual hashtag theme date, then there'll be the poll for the hashtag name, and then after it a feedback hashtag. So really 4.
And I know
it's good to cover why we're hashtagging, why we're polling.
Polling, yeah, that was I going to say. I know a lot of people didn't necessarily want to do polls. Some you could participate, you don't have to participate. I think it's great to have a say in things.
And that is pretty much the end all be all why we bother with polls, because artists are so diverse and we're so many different kinds of people and we have so many different creative processes. The polls allow us to do our best job of helping at like the broadest strata of our group.
And I had another admin tell me that what she did with her group was she put the polls under one event so that people can go back to it. So that's, you'll see me adding to it, but I didn't want to add to everyone's aggravation of adding all the polls at one time. But if you go under the event group polls, I'm going to start posting the links underneath of older polls, but any new ones would go under here, so you could come in and just check, and then we'll have a spot you can look for.
Oh, and I'm hoping this will upload to Facebook. I'm worried that this will be long. Does Facebook have an open upload?
I have no idea.
I don't know if it can't be on Facebook. We'll make a short one to post on the group to refer them to our group YouTube channel.
Okay. So, the other thing we're going to talk about is the upcoming hashtag. So we're going to have a poll on hashtag, and how we're going to keep it group and still allow the viewers to sort of curate maybe how they go through viewing is you'll have a group hashtag. I'm not even going to speculate a name.
Right.
Okay, because we're going to have a poll. But you're going to have the group hashtag. And then there's going to be a separate hashtag unattached that based on the group poll we did of what type of art that people made with that. And that way somebody could go through just the group and never specialize down into what type of art. But if somebody wanted to say, hey, I just want all the sculptors, they could look at just the sculptor for the animal theme.
And one thing to be clear about that is you should use a normal phrase used for your kind of art. So if you're doing mixed media art, you should probably put mixed media in your hashtag.
We're going to have a list.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, because then what we want is all the mixed media people so that their viewers all know group hashtag, mixed media hashtag together gets that.
Okay.
Sculptors know group hashtag, sculpture hashtag gets that group. But then a person could just go through, because if you just put in hashtag sculpture, you're going to get what's already out there.
Right.
You have to put both hashtags in to limit the search.
Yeah, do the one for the theme for the month, the hashtag polled theme, and then the specify, which we're going to get off of that older poll that everyone said what kind of art they do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which that one's listed in the group polls if anyone didn't get a chance. So.
And we're making a whole post about that.
Right.
You know, but we wanted to leave the big group over post because sometimes, like we have some animators and some digital artists, their category, they don't have a massive group to work with. I want them still to see some viewer streams.
Right.
You know, to still find some new content and not be pulled out. We don't want to do what YouTube is already doing, which is separating us up into categories.
Right.
You know, we want to let the viewers maybe pick some viewing experience, but we do want to make sure that this is a group event that CAC is doing and that it has this big splash that people feel like they can experience.
Let me ask real quick for very newcomers who maybe just joined yesterday. CAC, what does that stand for?
I don't know anymore. Creative Arts Collaboration.
That was a very long, thoughtful process of getting the name. And so you're going to start seeing logos on people's channels that are going to have CAC. When you see that, that's us. That's you, that's me, that's Cinnamon, Maricha, and everybody else that's in the group.
And that is, the group members are providing artwork. Chuck has provided some artwork. It's kept in an album, and you're welcome to use that.
Maricha, can you show us where?
Sure.
Thank you.
Let me figure out.
Into an unexpected thing.
So if you go under photos, under the group, you'll see different albums created. Like this one's informational. If you want to see the events JPEG that was, this one I think is the when to post.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other one are logos. I think I'm lagging because I'm sharing my desktop. That's probably why.
Probably. But
So,
you're doing okay.
So here are the logos that have been created for use.
Very nice.
And then if you have one that you want other people to use, you can add it. Like, see,
Yosi?
yeah, she did these, right?
I'm so bad at that. I should be shy.
I hope we're pronouncing it
No,
right.
is it Yosi? We need to talk to her. Yosi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did these.
She's really talented.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Get it later and deservedly so.
So if you
She's amazing and very helpful in the group, and look at everything she contributed. And
yeah, so these are free to use. You know, just say, right? Yeah, it's just free to use. And so if you have anything you want to provide, you can post it under here too.
And also, if you're needing help with your channel art, Yosi and I have both volunteered to help with anybody in the group get their channel art up and running, up on their YouTube channel.
yeah, and Chuck has offered to help people with like thumbnail advice and,
Right.
and all that stuff too. So he's there as he can. He's research. And just so to be clear on names, like until we all started talking voice, like I was saying, I was with Rika and some Richa. So I think that all that is that if we've been in video together, then we know, and if we haven't, then we don't know.
We learn. That's all part of the learning process.
There's so yeah, those are there for everybody, and we're gonna start having webinars. Where Clive is gonna be Clive and I, and we're gonna try to have guests come in, and probably the admin group will be in there, and we'll have guest people who have channels come in, and we're gonna talk about this YouTube process. We have a curriculum and a plan. We're just kind of waiting for Clive to get better. We have a YouTube channel, and this type of thing and those types of things are going to be on the YouTube channel, and they're going to be there for members, but we're going to make it public so any artists looking for help out there in the YouTube ether could run into our probably overly long videos and watch them for well, like what's one of the first things we learned is YouTube thumbnail advice doesn't work for the artists.
Right.
It's not what we need. We need something different. And so being able to talk about what our best practices are for our thumbnails or our videos, because we're different.
And that's also another part of what this group is about. It's not just hashtags. It's not just meeting people. It is, I mean, but it is to come together for those specified help with YouTube and for artists.
And I think
Not
the
an
threads
overall.
I think the threads really demonstrate, like, people are sharing how they do equipment, they're sharing their software,
Lighting.
helping each other. We have a mission statement.
Yes.
And this I've learned from other art groups I'm in, you have a mission statement, and any decision that you make, and we do this as a group, we decide, does it serve the mission of the group? So the mission is, we are a collaborative group of YouTube art and craft creators, and the mission is to provide peer-to-peer communication for our members. I think we're doing pretty good. Foster an environment that is friendly to the mentoring of channels and creators to help facilitate the achievement of their goals. And that sentence is really important because early we had a bunch of stuff about, if YouTubers were working this as a business, or if they were doing this as a heart project, or if they were doing this as social, or if they were just doing this to share what they learned. There's every shade of reason that somebody might create an art and craft YouTube channel, and we want to be sure that we're serving all of those. Generate exposure for art and crafters on YouTube. YouTube is big. It is giant. It is 100 hours a minute. It's so enormous, and it's hard for people to find us. That's why tags and keywords and all those things are so important, and that's why it's like sometimes great channels can be undiscovered. It's just so big, and this group, by banding together, we're like a big giant light.
One big
in
voice.
the night.
One of the other things is like when this group first started, it exploded so fast that no one could keep up. So when this group was created, there were no how-to documents, how to do anything. It was not prepared.
Like 9 people.
Yeah, and it blew up that it was 300 people trying to organize it when there was no one here. So now that we moved on from a certain topic, we were able to start looking at this information and be able to provide it to everyone in the group. So I think people are starting to understand that that's why everything was a little chaotic in the beginning, because we had to do a lot of managing the invites and everything.
But like everything, there's growing pains, and we've gotten past them, and we're booming. So share the word.
Bernadette is our tech master. This is only brought to you because Bernadette is here.
And that was a great newscast.
Yes.
In closing,
I think let's be pro hashtags. I love hashtags. I think it's brought us together. I think it allows us to work together. I love the hashtag. Even if it's a little difficult or a little challenging to work it out, like especially in this next one when we're figuring out the double hashtag, just keep in mind how awesome it is that we get to do it. I mean, it is optional, but I think the hashtag is amazing as a tool right now on YouTube, and keep collaborating with each other.
great.
One other thing on the events, this is my last thing. Under the events for the hashtag itself, last month we had people just post their channels. Now when you post your video you actually created for the event, post it under the event. That way we're only seeing the videos created.
Yep.
Almost like making our own bookmarks to the actual videos that were created for the event. Not so much your channels, just what you created.
Mm-hmm.
As they're welcome to ask still. Go ahead.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yes. This is not a secession of question answering. We're still here to answer questions.
Overruled by the paintbrush.
And we really are trying to be facilitators, not cops.
Right. And if you see someone doing abuse of the hashtag, there's no reason to get upset. It is what it is. Now, if it's one of our members, we should probably talk to them. But it would just be maybe the person doesn't know or understand, and we just have to talk to them, right?
Yeah. The overall good, I think, outweighs the bad, and I think a year from now, this will prove out to be like a great thing for everybody. I mean, here we are, no contract, nobody's like having to split money. It's just a group of artists helping each other out. I have seen incredible mentorship within the creative arts collaboration. The admins are amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. Did we give Secret enough shout out? Because she's like here working all the time.
No. She's in her sleep. Well, it's almost dinner time.
So yeah, Secret is here. She works with Marisha. I think we mentioned that you and her were going through the list. Secret is here, and y'all know her. You know her heart is, and she's here working on things all the time.
She's amazing.
Here, but yeah, she's busy dinner time. She's really good cooks in her house.
Yeah, she does.
So yeah, hashtagging is awesome.
Everybody, thanks for watching.